Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fury, and we on the late night. Back in the 90s, it'd be an expression on the late night tip, but tip is kind of pausable this day and age, so we straight up on the late night. And we're gonna get into some various topics inspired by some bitterness I have witnessed here on both Facebook and here on YouTube. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy. Let's get my lighting right. That's Here we go. A little bit of that. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. All right. So, anyway, like I said, this was inspired by some bitterness. Now, shout out to the socialist podcast because for her, she's always is an expression that she said when she was doing a lot of her live podcasts is, and I always credit her for this is women, you gotta understand, you are the victims of your own bad decision making. And why I said this is inspired by some bitterness because it comes to light that there's somebody that I've known and associated with. I wouldn't call us chums or anything, but she basically is, oh, what's good, man? I see you. I can see the comments. Good. It's showing up good. What's good, D? I can see it. But anyway, she made bad decisions through her life, and now she is basically back on the market. But you on the market with well, half of a starting five. Well, I say 66% of a starting five. And things are very, very difficult. You're finding that you're not the cat's meow. And that's where the bitterness ensues. You know, for years, I've been told that I'm not the cat's meow or I'm not the ish because guess what? I don't have enough Skrilla. And we all know that's BS because if a woman wants you, she don't give a damn about how much money. That stuff they tell men that they don't want. That's the thing. We all know that. Tell me where the lie at, Demetrius. We all know if they want you, it ain't money anything. So you gotta understand, giving up, just foolishly giving up your viscous innards and stuff to uh, give somebody a child doesn't mean that man gonna stay with you. Just the way a man can flex and lead with his wallet doesn't mean he gonna keep her. This is why I say this is inspired by some bitterness. I'm hearing a lot of different things. You said no lies, bro. I'm living proof. That is true. Like from what you told me, bro. If they want you, they want you. Basically, see, which makes me that reinforces me more the reason why I'm dealing with women who don't want me, which is fine. So I don't like. That's okay. They only need you when you are the final option or they feel down on your luck. And I'm like, I'm not that type of person. My self-esteem is way too fucking high for you to be trying to bring me down a peg to make yourself feel good. It's just not going to happen. It's not. Like, those days have been over. But getting back to what I'm talking about with the whole victims of the bad decision making, that goes for anything. You have to you have to handle the consequences. People, and I know with a lot of these women out here, people have been telling you for the longest time that you basically need to pump your brakes. You need to stop letting all these dudes fuck on you unprotected. Otherwise, I mean, are you even trying to build relationships with them? Is it just that? Let me ask this question to somebody out there. Is it just that a lot of women and men, are there some women and men who just bond over sexual energy? And then once that sexual energy dissipates, they're left with the consequences of it? Is there some guys out there who have actually were blue pilled in relationship, and I mean they were blue pill initially and became red pill throughout the relationship because they actually saw it in real time happen? Because from what I'm seeing with certain situations, certain relationships, it was the guy has always had to deal with her being, a lot of these women being feminist or having a feminist mindset or having a controlling, I'm the woman, I'm independent, as something you just a sperm donor mindset. And a lot of guys need and have grown to set and be like, you know what? I've even heard the name Andrew Tate pop up. If she had to see, Kevin Samuels he has passed on. It's been like a year almost, I believe. Kevin Samuels has passed on, so you don't hear women saying if you're watching him, that's a red flag. Now it's Andrew Tate. You notice that, like, I don't even watch Andrew Tate, but the fact that, and I don't see what anything he said. I've watched samples of what he said, and I don't see what makes him so dangerous to the mindset of men. I really don't see it, and I'm not being biased about that. I'm not. But I hear, but somehow he get locked up for some shit that he didn't do. And they shut down all his platforms prior to that for him speaking because of emotional reasons. A lot of women feel emotional over the shit he said. And you can't even say that about the late KS. You know why? Because when KS was alive, they were making conscious efforts. Sisters were making conscious efforts to call up his show and ask to be rated. Even Nicki Minaj had it wrong about him because they only seen viral clips. And now I'm not saying, oh my God, he's the Godfather. I would never call that man that shit. I'm sorry. Dead or alive, I just will never call you that. But when you see a lot of things that have transpired with a lot of them calling up, you said funny because I haven't seen him trending lately. You talking about Andrew Tate? Yeah, I know. I haven't seen him. Exactly, man. He's not dangerous. Women will always cry when men speak out against the status quo of life. That's just what I'm talking about. I had somebody, this this English female that I met through my cousin, and she said any man who support Kevin Samuels, I can't fuck with. And I was like, you women were twerking, but it was totally okay when women were twerking on that man's grave. You don't have to. You don't even have to rock with KS or not. You don't even have to rock with him or not. But that's just whoa. Like, you think a lot of people didn't sit there and watch that happen and then look like, oh shit, I understand what you Negroes are going through as men. A lot of them said that. And you said, yeah, exactly. You said you never gave a damn about Cass. But you know what? I've said a lot of shit and feel the way he did. And a lot of guys did. But this dude had a platform and had the cojones to say it. And you know why it worked? Because that man set up an aesthetic. See, I just got a green screen back here. I got a green screen back there. This is all I got. I ain't got no suit on. I don't got no ambience. I ain't playing no Maxwell in the background. But you see what? When you dress up, you put sophistication to your venom, they want some of it. They were calling up on his show to be rated. They were calling up on his show to be rated. Think about that. They were. Hell, even what's the 6 foot Becky that everybody like O'Shea Du Jackson, you know who I'm talking about. You already know. I will not say her name. The 6 foot ginger that O'Shea can't help but using in about 60 thumbnails by now. He remember her? She consulted this man. So it was just us doing that. And they will never talk about how much smoke and venom he had for brothers who weren't about their purpose. You see, I'm only bringing up this guy's name because it goes to show about don't talk about me, talk about them. That's basically how we're treated as men, especially black men. Don't talk about they just want us to be talked about like we are the key problem. Like I said on my most recent stream, I believe I did yesterday, um, or the day before, Shahariz Ali said, if we can agree that men, because black men and black women are 50-50 when it comes to the black community. There's at its core, men and women. If black men are 50% accountable for what's going on in society, if women can't take 50% of the blame, how much are you willing? They will not answer that. I'm sorry, you're going to take that whole fucking 50. Kiss my ass. And you said the stuff he was talking about, my brother told me years ago. Yes, this is exactly. And I'm about one of your brother's age. We've known this. We've come to know this. I wasn't like a ladies man, but I learned this through fucking trial and tribulations. I learned a lot of stuff that he said through trials and tribulation. So I sit back and watch a lot of these younger males and they like going through it and I'm like, yeah, he has a point there. I've been through that. He been through that. But we've come to this point right now where we're at a collective of black men, we're so deprived of women who actually stand up for us that a lot of women who aren't even part of our community or even part of our culture see an opening. I mean, with the rise of this whole talk about the passport bros and all this other stuff, who these women will get online and start, and even some black men are talking shit about it, talking shit on these men because they ill informed. They listen to these black women in front of them telling them, oh, yeah, you got to see videos of it. And these guys are like, yeah, these guys look like clowns and all this and stuff like that. I'm like, they look like clowns, but you want to put up with Pukisha sitting in front of you with lunch lady arms. You want to put up with a lot of these women who you want to sit there and collectively throw other men under the bus because you want to sniff her fucking panties. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? We have enough issues going on. We have enough issues going on in black community right now. But we need to clean up the yard. Like Jordan Peterson says, we have to clean up our yard. But I can't clean up 50% of the mess. You, Demetrius, you can't clean up 50% of the mess. I mean, an extra 50% of it. We can only clean up or try to work on cleaning up half of our mess. Meaning, like, as black men and women, if we all step up to the plate and we do what we need to do personally within our life to better our situations according to how we live, we move in a more positive direction and we're trying to be amicable with you. But you always want to say, but men do it too. I want to play too. You want to do that shit? And I'm like, yes, you only clean what you mess up. See, a lot of women don't understand. When you clean what you mess up, you are taking what's the word that start with A? The one that they allergic to, the one that you might as well put in books because they don't read. Accountability, right? You can't be out there like bitter and upset because you done walked into the room pussy first in every relationship you've been in. You can't walk into the room pussy first and then get upset when that's all they see you as. Giving a man a child, giving a man a child is not the way to actually start off a relationship. I mean, if this shit happened to me, I know I fucked up. I know I fucked up. But what can I do? I have to take responsibility for what happens, be it her going to get it done or her keeping. I have to take responsibility for it. So don't spill the food. Don't spill the seed foolishly. We have a lot of women out here just basically like the equivalent of red pill rage. You ever heard of red pill rage? Is when a guy first become red pilled, he's just angry. This is why they call it red pill rage. He's just that anger level. I can't believe I was a simp. I can't believe I was a sucker. I can't believe this. Oh my God. Blah blah blah. Yes, there's a female equivalent of it. I mean, it is. I mean, you ever seen a woman go through so keep them clean, get her throats. But have you ever seen a woman go through bad relationship after bad relationship, bad decision making after bad decision making? Have you seen her go through that and then she comes out and now she's anti, she's just like she got that she's just anti uh red pill to the core, meaning I don't even like I heard women saying, like I said, the whole thing that oh he watches an Andrew Tate video, but you know, they don't want you to hear that kind of stuff. They don't like to hear the fact that we know it as men. The men who got the money, they always gonna have the pick of the litter. We know that. But we, as the average everyday working class male, guess what we do? We make it work with what we got. And those with a right head on their shoulders shut the F up. I'm trying to not just curse as much, but I'm cursing a lot. I'm trying to not trying to minimize. They shut the F up and they make do with what they got while still holding standards. See, that's the difference. You know, a lot of guys will just be like feel like they down on the dumps and they just got to take what they got. And now they bitter and they with somebody that they don't want to be with. She's spread out on the bed right now like a beach swell. She's spread out on the bed like a beach well, but they have to deal with what they do. They feel like that's what they can get. I would. That's not a hill I'm willing to croak on right here. I'm not willing to croak on that hill. It's something Obsidian said in the interview a while ago. He said, "Yeah, I admit that I'm visual, but visual don't do it alone for me. But there's something else he did say. He said, to paraphrase him, the women that I want didn't want me. The women who do want me, I didn't want. It is what it is." And going through my life, a lot of the women that wanted me are BBW. And I'm sorry, this is not me saying that you are the scum of the earth because I'm not sexually attracted to you. I'm just not sexually attracted to you. That don't say that I'm not saying somebody else out here. That I'm not gonna be one of those type out here that's saying, "Oh, you'll never find somebody like that." No, see, what you hear a lot of these content creators tell you is that you and a lot of these women have these high expectations. They really think them being whatever humongous size they think that they are on the even playing ground with the fit, feminine, and friendly female. You're not on the same playing ground unless that guy, that niche demographic of a man, unless that niche demographic of a man find you desirable over somebody small. And I've known a few, they niche. I know one guy, he do not date women who got small chest, which is pretty much a cover up for a lot of women. But I've never seen him date a petite woman with a with large breasts. He pretty much used those as he used that as an excuse. I'm like, bro, just say it. Just outright, just say it. You like big women. See, I'm like, why? He can't even say that out loud. He can't. He can't. So he made it. Oh, she got huge. I'm like, how like how far are her areolas? Are they pointing towards the ground, or do they sit up, or is it the stomach that she got that's keeping them up? And if she ever lose the stomach, they go National Geographic on you. Like, answer the question. I mean, to each his own. All jokes aside, to each his own. But a lot of these women gotta understand you are not on the same playing ground when it comes to the guys you want. See, this woman, like, what's that, Demetrius, that we was talking about before? That a woman will never show you, basically, her DMs. The ones that complain about ain't nobody checking for them, they ain't no man checking for them, they'll never show that. And if you ask them to see the DMs, they will never show you that. You know why? And you know it. Just you can put it in the comment section. I already know why they ain't gonna show it to us. Put it in the comment section for everybody to say. If you're still watching right now, you know just why they're not going to put that in the comment. I mean, they are not going to show you the DMs. You know it, I know it. It's because I always say post the DMs. Yep, you always say that. That's what I'm talking about. You always say it, but why won't they show it to you? Why won't they post them? You know exactly why. I know you know it. I know it. Let the whoever watched this on the replay, let them know it. Da right there. When they talk like that, they're talking about the men that they find physically attractive. If you ain't somebody that they find physically attractive, you don't count. You're just something to keep on unread, basically, or kept on read, and they just don't answer you. And there's some guys out there that keep sending like, hello, hello, hi, pay attention to me, good morning, good morning. I did that for one female. You know what this bitch said to me? Instead of answering, I don't have time for this and stuff like that and all the small talk. Now, and this same woman tried to weasel her way back into my life with 4 children by 3 different niggas. And I'm like, oh, now you got time. I'm like, no, what kind of sucker you think I am? I would have to be an idiot after you think I'm a these they used to call me Dumbo when I was a kid for a reason because I had to grow into my ears. So me being an elephant's got some of the best memories out there. You really, really think I was gonna fall for that nonsense? I like my shit tight, okay? I like it like look, if you done sent a lot of those throughout the birth canal, it's you know, you blow up a balloon and deflate it a few times and it just don't snap back the way it used to. Yeah. Then on top of that, who wants to come in and deal with the peanut gallery that got like all these different men coming in? See, this is another reason why like I said before, a divorced woman has more cred than a single mother with multiple men. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. It is what it is. It's always going to be like that. But we have so many out there who just they just don't get it. And then when you find them on dating profiles, this is you get something like have, especially me at 44 years old, have children and don't want more. And I'm like, okay, were you ever married? I rarely see divorced on here. I always say I'm a single mother of two kids. I'm never saying I'm a divorced mom of two children. I see more single, and I look at that like, I mean, truth be told, there's one divorced mom that I do know who kids are up there, getting up there in age, and I'm looking at her like, damn, she look good. And they all her kids by one man. So that means when we go out potentially on a date, they all gonna be with their dad. Oh, but oh, oh, a lot of the people don't get it. That's hypothetical right there. If you date a divorced woman, you gotta think, and you gotta factor in like, are all her children by that ex-husband? That's why those women who showed that they were in long-term marriages and have they got more cred. They got more cred than a woman who's be like, okay, her oldest son last name is Matthews. Her two middle children last names are Davidson, and her youngest one is last name is Peters. And you looking like, damn. Do I really want to add outlaw to the multitude of last names? Not me. Nope. Remember that video of the lady breaking down why you should give each one of your kids a daddy? You remember this video? Let's see if we can find it. Right. Let's go to interact. Let's see if I can find that. Maybe I should phrase it another word. All right, so let's see that. Unless they wiped it from here. Let's see. Where is it? We got a lot of Brittany Renner. We got a lot of fucking Fresh and Fit. I remember this one with the woman who want more child support. She living off her kids' child support, and now she want more. I'm trying to find the exact story. Always the exes that want more money. See, this is more the reason why you should keep it in your pants. More the reason. Oh look, on the late night, it even got me there. This JR Wisdom, Corey Holcomb, right here. This is it. I found it. All right, y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
What up, YouTube family? We back at it again with another video, man.
The Broski Podcast. Let's see. You have to get to it. If I can get to it, hold on. It's starting to act funny on me again. The podcast starting to slow down a little bit. All right, let's get going. Come on. Don't act up on me now. It was working well just a moment ago. Oh, crap. Let's go back. Let's try to reload that. We're going to try to reload it. Just had it. Now it's gone. Did that disappear? I just had it. And now I can't find it. Yep. They don't want me to air this, do they? Because I bet if I show some of these other ones, you might be able to see it.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast reacts back with another video. Give me the
HBO special. You know what that means? That's the Help a Brother Out special.
the like and subscribe button for more content.
See, you can show
Today's
this one.
video is going to be support court. He's making more money. She's sending them to court.
Look, that one plays. You said, have you heard the Tyrese interview with Sway? Oh, you mean the one with yeah, that buffering. That only that video buffered. You see, I was able to play Poor Man's Podcast without nothing. Yeah, you mean the one where his girlfriend says she preferred Paul Walker over him, and he got mad at her? Yeah. Let me see if I can. I'll see what you sent me. Let me see. Been crazy and shall be forced to pay back child support. Yeah, I gotta watch that later. That one's an hour and 40 minutes. I know just which one you're talking about. Watch the Todd City video on it. All right. Let me see if I can get. Let me check. Let me see. Let's try this again. Prenup denied. Yeah. Oh. Let's try to get this going. Here we go, right there. That one, but that video didn't play. We're gonna try it again with a different one. That's the only person that reacted to it. I'm gonna try one more time.
Right, people, we about to hit 8,000 strong. The Broski army is growing. You already know, but let's get straight into the video. Listen to this right now.
See, it gets to this point and it starts buffering. I thought it was the connect. It's this video. It's this one specific video that's acting up. So the other ones play fine.
She got 6 kids by 6 baby daddies.
A lot of people got something to say about the fact that I got.
Yep, it's this one video acting up. Come on. Yeah, it's this one city. This is one video. Cause like I said, I can go to other videos and talk, and it'll be no problem. Yeah, that one video. See, not a lot of people are showing that one anymore, which shows you more the reason why you know it ain't right, and this is what goes on. Yep. Melanie King. Remember this whole situation, and they know what they're doing. They doing it for attention. And she wouldn't allow him to post this if they know they weren't doing this for the attention. Yeah, I can't. Nobody else will let me talk about it. Let me. You know what? Let's go here to this one, and this comment section right here. All right. So let's go here. Let me move this up right here, and I want to bring up for a second the browser. All right. Let me see something. I said how to milk child support. They don't know slang. They don't know no slang. See, they not videos. I'm looking for here. A lot of places don't. Yeah, a lot of them don't get it. Like a lot of them don't have it. Damn it. Yeah, they pretty much scrubbed the video. In the one place that does have a conversation about it, the video's acting funny. I don't find that. I find that kind of sus. I really do find it kind of sus. But like I was saying, moving on, it's basically that's sus. That's straight up sus to me. It is. So, not to boggle down anything else, let's continue on with this and stuff. Uh like I was saying, there's a lot of things that just really need to be resolved. And what did Lauren Hill say? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? That goes for men and women. It goes for men and women. Like you're not gonna be able to get through a lot of these stuff unless you cure and heal your personal traumas. And a lot of personal traumas come from childhood, but you have to realize that they have shaped you in a negative way. And you got to point out how it shapes you, and you got to go in the opposite direction from that rather than keep heading into the same situation with the same mindset, expecting different results, which is insanity. We have to. That's like me saying, oh, if I just keep spending money, it's going to be fine. I'm never going to be in debt. I'm never going to be in a financial pinch because I'm spending more. No, that's bullshit. Yes, just because you got the means to do it doesn't mean that it's the wisest thing to do. What about saving money for when something goes the wrong way? And I'm realizing I need to take my own advice on that. See, I'm a big boy. I got big boy purchases that I make all the time because there's no one in my life. And no, these are not to fill in no void. This is because I like my things, you know? I like my machine. I like my device. I like my bikes. I like a couple things. I like technology. I like my collection. But sometimes you gotta know when to fold. Like late Kenny Rogers said, you gotta know when to fold. And a lot of us don't know how to do that. A lot of us like to point the finger at every other person for a situation. And yes, you might hear me always say, you hear me always talking about the situations and how I feel about women. Doesn't mean I hate women. Doesn't mean I'm absolutely projecting at all. It's just that it goes back to that 50%. If I am here and I'm willing to do my share, but a lot of women around us just don't like to fucking stand up and do what they need to do. They want to come to you broken, man. And you say, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with having expensive hobbies, bro. I'm gonna get a max on. Yeah, I'm thinking about like, do I don't need. I mean, I'm thinking about getting a Rad trailer for my bike. The company that makes my bike is called Rad. They dropped a trailer hitch for their bicycles, but I'm gonna assess and see because theirs can tow up to 100 pounds, and I would like to use something like that to put a pet bed on it. I mean, a pet house on it. Take one of the dogs to New York City with me, things of that nature. I'm looking at that, assessing that, and I have to take care of other things in the front of that before I can get that make that big boy purchase. You know, but it's ain't you like you said, ain't nothing wrong with having expensive hobbies. There isn't. Sometimes, like we saying, we gotta. Like we was talking about the other day. You gotta put your. Sometimes you gotta go without to get what you want. You know. You gotta go without sometimes to get what you want, but that shouldn't have to be the case completely when it comes to actually being involved with somebody. Yes, everybody is not going to check off every mark on your list. That's just not going to happen. But you have to understand, you have to be able to make the assessment. It's called delayed gratification. Yep. It's just not going to, like, not everybody's going to check off everything on your list. Now you have to look at the list and like, is this something, is this fringe? Is this really a deal breaker? Some girl told me because I was 6 foot and not 6'3" like she like them. I was like, bitch, you're 5'7". That means I'm almost half foot taller than you. If you don't shut, just take your shit, get the fuck out. That's how you got that whole mentality. Are you joking about that? But what about when I'm like, no, 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 no. You're not gonna come to me with your thighs not matching your booty after you came back from the Dominican Republic. Somehow your booty doesn't match your thighs. I wonder what happened. You like, did you go there and you get bit by two giant mosquitoes indigenous to the Dominican Republic that swelled your ass up permanently? Okay. Like, are you do you take me for Boo Boo the Fool? This is like somebody I work that well not work with. Somebody works at a hospital in the ER, like in this city. This woman looked like she took two basketballs and stuffed them down the back of her um the back of her scrubs, and you could tell she had it done. But her husband, who also works in the hospital, he don't find nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, to each his own. But I do. Because it's this whole mindset you gotta have when you have went down there and you went under the goddamn knife. You gotta change your life. It's like this meme I heard. It takes a special person to get the fat sucked out of their stomach and put in their ass and then gain that stomach back and regrow that stomach. That meme had me dying. It's true. Because that's what a lot of people do. You have to change yourself. See? You got this mindset of it. A lot of these women say, "Yeah, I don't complain about it. These BBLs and stuff. Yeah, y'all talk shit about it, but y'all be with women like that." I was like, not all of us. Number two, it sometimes it's all about taste though. How far you went. Did you overdo it or did you do it tastefully? Look at the whole situation with Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child. Did you know that she had her chest done? Right? Did you know that? But she had it done to a size that fits her frame. I was looking at a video of a female, this skinny black girl in a gym with all pink on with a BBL talking about my first day in the gym. The woman is built like a twig. Let's see if I can find this shit. This is what we deal with out here. Remember when sisters had it? Remember, I'm watching a chart rock video from back in the 90s called Just the Two of Us. All these women in the video dancing were natural. They had six packs. A lot of them had flat stomachs. I'll show you a sample of the video. I want to let me see. Let's go here. Let's go to interact. Just look at the women, look at the body types of these women back in the day. And let's compare it to now. Chub, Rock, just the two of us, see? Damn, this whole thing, this whole stream's acting up now. It used to just, and I think it's because of let me see, come on, don't do this to me now. It was right there. It might be the way I'm going through this.
Chub Rock coming back on for 1990.
Look at this. Look at this.
Word out, word out. Kick this out to my man Rob Swinger, Hot Dog, Dinky.
Look at the women. Look at the women. Look at them. Look at the women. Look at the video women. Natural physiques. Because these are dancers. They got to keep themselves in shape. So all of this they got was through training, through fitness. Look at that. This is the 90s.
F Lover, you know what I'm saying? Dr. No. Here we go. That's the hitman, yes, the hitman, yo, you know it. The first question.
Now look at it. Let's go back through that. Let's go here to the one. Let's see if I get to the point where I can. This whole thing. If you could see that, like, case in point. Look at them. Look. And if some of them did have work done, it was tasteful. And the thighs matched. The thighs matched. And somebody in the comment section.
Word out, word out.
Somebody in the comment section was like, well, they were getting surgery. This was a black female arguing with some of the good, because a guy said the same thing I'm saying now in the comment section of this. And let's see if I can get to it. Let's find it. Look at all the realness of the women. No injections or airplanes. Natural beauty at its finest. Let's get ready for them comments. Oh yeah, that's sorority, the Q dogs. And amen to that. You see, this guy said, look at the realness of the woman. No injection or implant. Natural beauty at its finest. Let's look for the detractor. Look at this. Show more replies. This is real. and they were twice as bad. They were actual dancers and not strippers as today's video victims. That is true. That's why I said they got it through training. A lot of these women were dancers because the woman, I think one of the women I seen was in the Rump Shaker video about Rex and Effects, and she got her stomach, she got the six pack. Remember Big Leslie, the dancer that she can do the handstand split. She was a choreographer slash dancer that she appeared in the Living Single intro, and that was her dancing and stuff. And she even came up on stage on Def Comedy Jam years ago and demonstrated for Martin Lawrence. They were actual dancers. And Elise Snell was in the video. Yup, I knew I recognized Elise Snell, the actress. She was in that video. And then, of course, here come a black woman. Perms, relaxes everywhere. So the black male's worrying about hair, zero masculinity. Yeah, you see this? And I can look at her picture, even from this distance, and realize that's a big bitch. They couldn't compete, so they get BBLs. Oh well, but we real. What are you talking about? They ain't natural beauty. Surgery and makeup was rampant, just with different beauty standards. Men weren't interested in BBLs until Kim K made it popular. See, this is our women. This is them making excuses for it. This is them. That's because then you got certain niggas. That's because it wasn't available at the time. I grew up watching a lot of this stuff. So you telling me the chicks in the Luke video and his videos for I Wanna Rock and all those other stuff? Yeah, okay. Yeah. The way those things were shaking, that was not surgery. Yo, so many excuses made. It's ridiculous. How much of this slowed it down? Yeah, it's bugging. It's just bugging. Let me see if there's a different in the where I look at it from. Let's go to here. Let's go back to here and try looking at it from here. Because it could be the OBS. It could be the OBS app that I'm trying to run it through. Let's see. Let's see if this is thing, because it could be a couple things. Yeah, my account's being used in another location. Oh, so yeah, it's that's the reason why. All right, so they talking about here on this stream. That's the tie-up right now. Now I get what's going on. I have to work on that on some other time. But yeah, I think I made a valid point. That basically it was different, and you got some detractors out there who don't want to compete, and they probably got the surgery done too. That's just what we deal with today. You know, what's the song Indescribable said? Like the woman who got she got the TikTok channel, the black woman who she's a singer songwriter. These BBLs are killing y'all, and the thighs don't match. You know how dangerous that process is? It's dangerous. Seriously, if you go, especially if you go to somebody who's going to give you a discount, you gotta understand, and I'm not saying this as a detractor, like I don't want you to do anything good for yourself, but you gotta understand the risks of embolisms is extremely high. See, When certain arteries get clogged, especially because you're taking fat out of your stomach and you're putting it back there, you gotta understand, just because it's your own fat doesn't mean that it's going to be accepted normally in other parts of your body. And if you're clogging up your arteries and things, let's look up exactly what embolism is. Give me 1 second to bring it up so you can know what an embolism is. See, you got a couple of them here. Let me show you guys. Hold on. You have pulmonary embolisms right here, cholesterol embolisms, coronary cardiac arterial embolisms, and let's look up embolisms from BBL. And that is a fatty embolism. Exactly. That's a fat embolism. That's exactly what that is. So let's look up what embolism means, definition, so you can know. For those who don't know, I just need you to know. I just want to get it written. Blood clots, embolisms, basically here. You ever heard of deep vein thrombosis? This is what DVT is, deep vein This is when you get deep vein thrombosis, it can cause your legs to swell up. It can cause a couple of things. See, I suddenly had a pain in my left leg and immediately went to my doctor and found out I had a DVT. I feel lucky that I didn't pull it off. Talking about his leg. Yeah, Eliquis. Let's talk about this. Patients who have a DVT or pulmonary embolism are at risk for having another. Deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism are serious condition. Yes, this is true. A DVT is a blood clot that forms in the deep vein, usually in the thighs or pelvis. The clot or part of the clot may break off and travel through the blood vessels towards the lungs. This is how people go into cardiac arrest, y'all. Okay? If that lung clot reaches the lungs, it's called a pulmonary embolism or PE, and can reduce or cut off blood supply to the lungs, which causes respiratory arrest, which means, yes, I had one guy, he was a photographer. He had ankle surgery, just ankle surgery, not a BBL. He had ankle surgery and he went into cardiac arrest for this. I don't think he made it out of the hospital. We got him to the hospital. This man coded on me about 5 or 6 times while I was working on him. We didn't have the Lucas compression device, so I had to personally compress him with CPR, and I brought him back numerous times. I don't think he made it because his photography website has not been updated in the years since this happened. It's been the same stuff back in the day and stuff. I don't think he made it. Or if he did, he's mentally not the same, because sometimes if you lose oxygen to the brain, you're pretty much a vegetable, or yeah. I don't think he made it, y'all. This shit is real. I don't want people, if you getting surgeries and something as dangerous as that, which can give you multiple embolisms, meaning because you're putting so much, fatty embolisms are very dangerous. See, this is a pulmonary embolism, but imagine fat causing that blockage, that clot. Multiple fatty cells getting into your bloodstream, causing multiple clots, which shut down your lung function. Okay? I know this sounds morbid, but look, this is why I frown upon that type of surgery. Please be careful. Because, like I said, if this patient that I had 2 years ago, if he could going to cardiac arrest over a simple, what should have been just routine ankle surgery. Imagine what you can do if you're horsing a bunch of fatty cells into your ass. So, some signs of or some symptoms of DVT is swelling in the legs. Yep, I get a lot of people with deep vein thrombosis. Sometimes blood breaks out through your pores. Sometimes it gets so bad that you get that and the blood will pop out of the pores of your legs. Pain or tenderness when standing or walking. Redness around the affected area. That's when the blood pop out. Now, some of PE is difficulty breathing. Okay. Faster than normal regular heartbeat. Is your heart about to just shut down? Chest pain. I think this is what happened to somebody recently who he passed out. He was having chest pain and he passed on the phone. This is the steps he went to: very low blood pressure, lightheadedness, fainting, coughing up blood. This man coughed up bile. This is exactly what he probably died of. A recent call I had a couple days ago. He was on the phone with the dispatcher, and he went through difficult breathing, faster than normal regular heartbeat, and chest pain. He complained about the chest pain and him having difficulty breathing. And then the dispatcher told me that he just went unresponsive on the phone, meaning like he just went, like he was on the phone and then he just stopped talking. They was shouting for a long time and they called to me like, the patient went unresponsive. So when we get there, we didn't find blood, but bile has blood in it. We found his airway had a lot of bile in it. The man, more than likely, could have had a pulmonary embolism and asphyxiated on the fluids that had blood in the bowel. I kid you not. This happened. This is why a lot of women are dying getting BBLs. And I know this whole stream took a different turn, but truth has to be told about it. And I want a lot of y'all to really think about that. When a guy tells you need to go to the gym, he's not telling you that just because you're obese. There's women that I know who are toothpicks that need to go to the gym and they won't be toothpicks anymore. Don't go get that surgery. Please don't. If you can avoid it, please. And I'm not saying that because I have a preference for it. I love big butts, but I like real ass. Won't you try working for it first and then you be like, okay, this is not going the way I put in a good amount of time and my results aren't there. And you start considering that. But I'm going to tell you this now. Most of the time you can get what you need from surgery. I mean, not for surgery. Yes, you can. But what price? You can get what you need from training. Now, if you don't have hips, you don't have hips. You don't. There's a lot of women I know who don't have the hourglass figure. But when they turn to the side, you're like, placow, and you're like, damn, okay, I could do with you not having hips. So I got that to hold on to. A lot of guys think like that. Y'all run it and y'all can't complain and be mad about the whole visual aspect and stuff when you guys are very visual yourselves. A lot of you, I like this video going by where they asked these young girls, they would rather date an abusive person than a fat person. These dumb young girls were saying that. And then grown women who are actually of a heavier weight will not date a guy the same weight class as them. Yeah. And then the height thing. We already know how that go. You already know how that mumbo jumbo goes. Anyway. Stuff like this is the reason. This is exactly the problem. Like, you gotta be careful. then you'll end up on blood thinners. And it's very dangerous if you have other conditions with blood thinners. It's very dangerous because let's say for a fact that you get a grave injury, you get a traumatic injury, and you end up injured and you bleed. With blood thinners, you can bleed out immediately if you have injury. Don't let it be a femoral break or tear or femoral artery bleed. You're done for. If you want to avoid being on blood thinners and stuff, you got to be careful about what happens. You really do. You got to really think about not going through that type of thing. But with that being said, I am tired as a motherfucker right now. So I'm about to head on to bed. I just wanted to do this late night one and stuff, put one into the books. So for those watching, thank you for tuning in. I am about to be out. It's almost 2 o'clock here on the East Coast. It's your boy Fury. I'm here and now I'm out. Let's cue that cool old let's cue that good old intro outro music. Peace.